Have you ever seen this graphic? I've seen it a few times. Mostly it's been an abstract concept, a gimmick I've used to win clients over and convince them that I knew how to get them through a particular difficult project. And then I signed up for a particularly difficult project and proceeded to walk step by step through each and every one of these phases, including the swamp of despair. And I'm here to tell the tale. My team and I, we made it to the other side. It sucked. Well, not all of it. Okay, we'd probably do it all again. Just not for a while. Like, we need some rest. But the emotional journey of creating anything great. Let's talk about it. Welcome to It's Monday. What's Jonathan thinking? Hey everyone, it's so good to be back in front of this camera again and back bringing you It's Monday, What's Jonathan Thinking? Today we're talking about a graphic that you don't have to go too far to see. Just go to Google Images and type in the emotional journey of creating anything great. Magically, what will come up is something like this. And like I said in the introduction, it was always abstract to me. Sure, I've been on some strategic projects, but if I'm being honest, I've always struck out. My first transformational project, canceled. My CTO was asked to leave the firm, and with that went his project. Second project, never came close. We made all the mistakes you could make, and nothing ever made it to production. When another company bought us, that project was the first to be cut. We were burning money and had nothing to show for it. It was the right decision. Then, about 13 months ago, boom, the project of a lifetime. Very similar to the last one that got canceled outright, but I'm an idealist, I guess, or maybe a glutton for punishment, or maybe on a mission for redemption, to prove to myself and maybe to others that I can do this, that I could manage something this large. The goals were lofty, the stakes even higher for everyone involved, for my firm, for the client. If we embarked down this path, no one would emerge unscathed. And so despite all these red flags and warning signals, we got started. One step at a time, marching down the first part of the journey. We were all pretty excited. Like when you start on some long road trip or you start on a really long hike, everyone was ready, well rested, full of energy. And within the first 30 days, we stood up the first major milestone. It went into production. We were ecstatic. Touchdown. Yeah. So we started working on the rest of the project. We started trying to negotiate scope for what would remain of this massive project. We're still in ecstatic land. Everything seemed so possible. Scope, no problem. We can handle that. Then we got to work on that MVP scope. First tick down on that chart. This is harder than I thought. 2 sprints down, lots of burn, 0 velocity. Next tick down on the chart. This is going to be a lot of work. And then once again in my career, I was confronted by the bridge of persistence. The bridge that covers the dark swamp of despair. The bridge that is the difference between cautious optimism and willful capitulation. Under normal circumstances, it would be my job, or rather my team's job, to keep our clients out of that dark swamp of despair, to keep them on the bridge of persistence. But I have to say, on this project, it took a collective team effort. Everyone, client team, CG Infinity team, we all needed each other to keep us out of that dark swamp of despair. Except one day, we realized that we had lost our bogey. It's not that we didn't know what the bogey was. It was just that with all the complications of a massive systems transformation project, the multitude of moving parts, the concurrent work streams, the volume of changes that we were confronted with on a near daily basis, we just could no longer see where we were going anymore. In project management speak, we lost line of sight to when we would be done. Per this graphic, we were in the dark swamp of despair. It's a dark moment for me. Personally, in my line of work, I feel a responsibility, I guess, to be perfect, to always have the answers. I'm paid to know how to negotiate these waters. And somehow in these waters, I lost my paddle. This time, the best decision I could make was actually made for me. I was asked to step aside and let someone else steer the boat for a while. I think that's why on this graphic, the bridge of belief and persistence is subtitled with family and pride. In a big project like this, there are times when you have to chuck your pride over the bridge and choose to watch and learn. And so I did. And I'm glad I did. Because after I was done picking my pride up from the floor, there was an awful lot for me to learn to find calmness in a sea of tumult, to seek systems that provide clarity, unadulterated clarity, to return to my roots in process and methodology, to know what I know and to use what I know to get me across that bridge. It was in that watch and learn phase that I was finally able to ferret out the noise and listen, truly listen to what my teams were telling me. And they were telling me we're processing too many change requests, to the extent that no one could really detail what the original requirement was. I'm a process nerd. I got this. Let's form a change board. Let's park every change in the backlog to the PMO so that we can review the changes. Let's empower our teams to tell us when they feel that a change has been requested. Maybe they're right. Maybe they're wrong. I don't know. Maybe we have to take the lumps, or maybe we can resist. We'll never know until we can put a process in place for handling change requests. We also stopped for a few days. We made sure we had line of sight to every single deliverable we had signed up for. Okay. Now we know what our current state is. Good, bad, indifferent, didn't matter. The truth will set you free. For us, it set us back on a course to chart up the other side of the bridge of persistence. We can do this. We're almost there. We're tired. We're worn down. We've made some mistakes. Okay, fine. But what would happen if we just kept going a little bit longer? And then we trudged through the dreaded, let's call it a day, doldrum. We camped there for a few days. It was enticing. I won't lie. For us, we called it the war room. We brought the whole team together. Didn't matter where you were at the time. Turn around, do not collect $200, head straight for the war room. And we brought the entire team together for a week. Everyone in the same room. For some, because of COVID, it was the first time they had met each other. We used every ounce of wall space, every ounce of office space. We had our team in India work US hours that week. We worked so hard that week, every one of us. But through this, we started to see some sunlight, a light at the end of the tunnel. And then, oh my gosh, in the clearing, wait, I could almost read it. Oh, what does it say? QA complete? Oh my gosh, QA complete. Wow. QA complete. Okay, what's next? Training. Okay, let's get everybody ready for UAT. Oh, training is complete. Okay, how many blocking issues do we have left? 0. What? I'm sorry, what is that? Sir, we have no blocking issues left. So we're ready to go live? Yeah. Yeah, we're ready to go live. And like parents eagerly awaiting the chance to welcome their newborn child into the world, we all sat around and planned to give birth to this baby, this incredible thing, this product, this representation of every hour we didn't spend with our families, every vacation we worked through. This product was ready to see the light of day. This product was ready to go live. Let's look at some stats here. Team size was about 20 people, 19 epics, 173 features, 450 user stories, 2,000 plus tasks. I think we clocked in probably over 100,000 hours. We started on May 1st last year. We ended May 13th of this year. But this week, we checked the stats that really matter. In just the last 2 days, we've processed over 700 new enrollments through the system. Since we took it live, it's over 1,500. That bridge of despair, it's still fresh. Don't get me wrong. But it's behind us. It's in the distance. We can remember it, but it's not in front of us anymore. I've had some time to reflect the last few days. I've been sick, nursing some back issues, and it forced me to take a break. And I asked myself, why did this systems transformation work when others crashed and burned? It was the team. Somehow, the universe conspired to bring all of the most dedicated and amazing professionals together in a single place to do something that had never been done before. And I could say it was because failure wasn't an option, but that's hogwash. Failure is always an option. It's because we just found a way to trudge through, maybe? Tenacity? Maybe that's the reason. We didn't want to fail? Maybe. That's certainly another. But at the end of the day, with this group, this amazing group, I just think nothing was impossible. And we were surrounded by an executive team that made sure we knew that nothing was impossible. And we believed it. We believed it could be done. And maybe that's why it didn't fail. We just simply believed it was possible. My friends, whatever you're going through, wherever you are in your journey on this earth, I'm here to tell you things are possible. I've seen it with my own eyes. So what's next, you might ask? What's the epilogue to this story? Well, it's IT. So take a few days off, get some rest, come back to work because there's more to do. We're just getting started. But it was an amazing journey. Parts of it sucked. Parts of it hurt. Parts of it were just stupendous and amazing and exhilarating, and we'd probably all do it again. That's all I have for you on this Monday morning. To the team behind the story, client side and CG Infinity side, you know who you are. You inspire me every day. I'm awed by you. You motivate me to be a better leader and a better person. And with that, I hope you have an awesome week. And I'll see you next Monday for another episode of It's Monday. What's Jonathan thinking?